What if you could build a $10,000 a month rental portfolio without winning the lottery, inheriting grandma's mansion, or selling your soul to crypto scams? In 2025, it's way more doable than you think, and I'm about to show you how to do it step by step. No guru nonsense, no private jets rented by the hour, just a real plan that even your skeptical uncle at Thanksgiving would approve of. Let's dive in and make some moves. Before you start stacking rental properties, you need to make sure your money game is strong. First, check your credit score. 700 plus is ideal. If your score looks like a limbo contest, how low can you go? Fixing it should be your priority. Next, save at least 3 to 5% for a down payment. Around $10,000 to $20,000 can get you into your first property. Also, kill off dumb debt. You can't flex with a rental empire if you still owe money on that Xbox you financed 2 years ago. Bottom line, in 2025, lenders want to see that you're good with money, not just good at ordering Uber Eats. Also, smash that subscribe button if you're ready to fix your finances and level up your future. Not every rental strategy is a winner. Some are like these participation trophies you got in T-ball when you couldn't even hit the ball. If you're starting fresh in 2025, you need a real strategy that actually builds wealth, not just looks good on Instagram. Here's what you should focus on. 1. House hacking. This is hands down the fastest way to get started. House hacking means you buy a multifamily property, like a duplex, triplex, or fourplex, and live in one unit while renting out the others. Or buy a single-family home and rent out the rooms to your bros. Here's why it's genius. Your tenant's rent helps or completely covers your mortgage. You dramatically reduce your living expenses, maybe even live for free. You build equity in a property while someone else pays for it. Why not have someone else help pay your future beach house fund? In 2025, bonus points. You can use low down payment loans like FHA, only 3.5% down, to buy up to 4 units. The FHA, or Federal Housing Administration, is a government-backed program that helps buyers get mortgages with low down payments, as little as 3.5%, and easier credit requirements. Let's say you buy a 4-unit property and live in 1 unit for a year. You've now secured an investment property with less money down than a typical investment or commercial loan, which will usually require 25% down. You have also locked in a lower interest rate of 1 to 1.5% less than an investment loan. This is because you are lower risk to the banks as the property is owner-occupied. Why is this? Because the person that will be out on the streets if they don't pay their mortgage is more likely to follow through with their payments. 2. Midterm rentals. Everyone talks about Airbnb, short-term. But in 2025, midterm rentals are the move. Who are midterm renters? Travel nurses, corporate travelers, digital nomads, students doing internships. Why midterm rentals rock? Longer stays, 1 to 6 months. So less turnover than short-term guests. Higher rent than traditional long-term leases. Typically less wear and tear than vacation rentals. Often corporate-backed, meaning reliable payments. Pro tip, furnish the unit nicely. Listed on platforms like Furnished Finder or Airbnb for 30-plus day stays. And watch the cash flow roll in, minus the weekly check-in chaos. It's like Airbnb, without having to wash 42 sets of sheets every month. 3. The BRRRR method. BRRRR stands for Buy, Rehab, Rent, Refinance, Repeat. It's like house flipping and rental investing had a baby, and that baby prints money, if done right. Step by step, buy an ugly property at a discount. Think the house neighbors pretend doesn't exist. Rehab it, fix it up to add serious value. Rent it out to a quality tenant at market rates or higher. Refinance with a new appraisal based on the improved value. Pull out most or all of your original cash. Repeat. Roll the cash into the next deal. Why BRRRR is powerful. You can recycle your initial money over and over instead of needing new savings for each property. You build instant equity. You accelerate your portfolio growth like crazy. BRRRR is incredible, but it's not easy money. You need to buy smart, budget accurately, and work with a solid contractor, not Cousin Joe, who once fixed a fence and now calls himself a handyman. Let's be real. Most people don't have $200,000 in cash sitting around. If you do, congrats, you're basically a unicorn. For the rest of us, smart financing is the secret weapon. Here's how you can get into rental properties in 2025 without needing a Scrooge McDuck vault. 1. FHA loan, Federal Housing Administration loan. You only need 3.5% down to buy a property. It's designed to help regular people, not just millionaires, become homeowners. You can use it to buy up to a fourplex or 4-unit property, not just a single-family home. Here's a small catch, though. You have to live in the property for at least 1 year. But that's perfect if you're house hacking. Live in one unit, rent out the others, and your tenants help cover your mortgage. Simple math. On a $300,000 property, 3.5% down means you only need $10,500. Way better than needing 20% down, or $60,000, right? 2. VA loan, Veterans Affairs loan. If you've served in the military, or are a qualifying spouse, you could qualify for a VA loan. 0% down payment. Seriously, no money down. No private mortgage insurance or PMI, which saves you even more money each month. Real talk, if you're eligible for a VA loan and not using it, that's like having a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and not cashing it in. You can even use a VA loan to buy multifamily properties, up to 4 units, as long as you live in one. 3. Conventional loan. After you move out of your first property, after that 1-year rule with FHA or VA loans, you can buy your next place with a conventional loan. Typically, you'll need 5% down for your next primary residence. If you're buying strictly as an investment property, not living there, you'll usually need 15 to 25% down. The game plan. Start with FHA or VA. Live there a year. Move into your next property with a conventional loan. Rent out your old place. Repeat. This way, you're stacking properties without having to come up with massive down payments every time. 4. Seller financing and private lenders. And if the banks start playing hard to get, there's Plan B. Seller financing. Instead of borrowing from a bank, you make payments directly to the person selling the property. It's like a mortgage, but without the big scary bank in the middle. Works best if the seller owns the property free and clear. Private lenders. These are individuals, not banks, who lend you money, usually at a higher interest rate, but with way fewer hoops to jump through. Important. You still need legit contracts, attorneys, and clear terms. No meeting in a parking lot and handing over a brown paper bag full of cash. Look, in 2025, if you're buying a property straight off Zillow and paying full asking price, congratulations! You just bought someone else's dream, not a smart investment deal. If you want your dream portfolio and not someone else's leftovers, you need to find deals where the real money is made, and that happens when you buy, not when you rent it out later. Here's how you actually find those killer deals. 1. Look for off-market deals. Off-market just means the property isn't officially listed for sale yet. You're getting in before the crowds even know it's available. Ways to find off-market deals. Send direct mail to homeowners, postcards, letters saying you're interested. Cold call property owners who might want to sell. Network with people who hear about opportunities. Contractors, inspectors, attorneys. Why it works. Less competition equals better price equals more profit for you. 2. Connect with wholesalers. Wholesalers are like real estate matchmakers. They find distressed or motivated sellers, lock the property under contract at a low price, then sell you the contract for a small fee. In other words, they hustle to find the deals so you don't have to. Tip. Make friends with local wholesalers in your area. They'll often send deals to their VIP buyer lists before they blast them out to everyone. Think of it like getting early access to Black Friday deals, but for houses. 3. Build relationships with investor-friendly agents. Not all real estate agents are created equal. Some are great at helping families buy dream homes, but you want agents who understand rental properties, cash flow, and ROI. Here's how to find them. Ask if they work with investors. Look for agents who also invest themselves. Get on their email list for pocket listings, deals they hear about before they hit the MLS. Pro tip, treat these agents well. If you're serious, fast, and easy to work with, they'll send you the best deals first. 4. Driving for dollars. Old school? Maybe. Still one of the most powerful methods? Absolutely. Here's how it works. You literally drive around neighborhoods you want to invest in. Look for rundown or vacant houses, tall grass, broken windows, piled up mail, etc. Write down the address, find the owner, and send them an offer. Why this works? You're spotting neglected properties that might not even be listed yet. The owner might be tired, ready to sell, and happy to get a fair offer. Bonus. business. Apps like Deal Machine make this even easier. Take a pic and the app finds the owner info for you. Congrats! You bought the property, found tenants. Now what? Managing tenants yourself? Totally doable. But be ready for 2 a.m. texts about a mysterious leak that turns out to be someone flushing leftover pizza. If you're cool with a little late-night chaos, self-managing can save money. But if you value sleep, sanity, and weekends, here's the better plan. 1. Hire a property manager. A property manager handles rent collection, maintenance requests, tenant screening, and evictions. They'll even field those weird 2 a.m. emergencies so you don't have to. Cost. Expect to pay 8 to 10% of monthly rent, around $120 to $150 on a $1,500 unit. Worth it? If you want true passive income, absolutely. Plus, good managers often find better tenants faster, reducing headaches and vacancies. But if you're just starting out, put in the extra work. Manage your first handful of properties and learn the business inside and out. Your wallet will thank you. 2. Set up systems early. Even if you self-manage, build systems like online rent collection, AppFolio, Rent Ready, Zelle, maintenance reports for quick, organized repair requests, clear communication rules, set boundaries early. Pro tip: systems make scaling your rental empire way easier later. Bottom line, you want to own assets, not create a second job you hate. Work on your portfolio, not in it. And that's how you build a $10,000 a month rental portfolio from scratch in 2025. You don't need a fortune, just a smart plan and some hustle. If this helped, smash that like button, subscribe, and drop a comment if you're ready to start. The best time to start? Yesterday. The second best? Right now. Catch you in the next one. Let's build that empire.